How you doing, everybody? I'm trying to finish my coffee. Nowhere close. Welcome to the show this morning. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here on the stock market channel called Stock Markets with Uncle Bruce. Stock Markets with Bruce. Thank you for popping in again today, as many of you do, every day the markets are open. I'm live, usually an hour before the opening, and the first hour of the opening, give or take, depending on activity and my mood and the market's mood and everything else. Thank you for joining in today. It is Monday, March the 17th, 2025. This Friday is a big day. Oh, by the way, happy St. Patty's Day. Are you wearing green this morning? You're going to make money today if you're an option writer. So every day is St. Patty's Day around here for option writers, I think. The end of the week is the first option expiry for the first quarter, the third Friday of the third month of the year. This used to be in the old days when I was much younger and I had a forehead with more darker hair than white hair. In those days, options expired the third Friday of the first quarter, the third Friday of the second quarter, and third quarter and fourth quarter, which meant we closed. Options expired only on third Friday of March, third Friday of June, third Friday of September, and third Friday of December. Only. Those are the only expiry dates for stock options. Way back in the 70s. Then they made it monthly. Oh, that was huge. 12 times a year options will be expiring. You can actually write, buy or sell, speculate on options that expire every month. 12 times a year, the third Friday of every month. Oh my God, what a change. Man had landed on the moon. Man had stopped landing on the moon. We were talking about putting space shuttles up. We probably did do space shuttles. Wow, this was like, holy crap. And then, not that long after that, we're talking the 80s now, into the 90s, options started expiring every Friday. But while all that was going on, while all this incredible liquidity was being created, where options were expiring every Friday, and more companies' shares would have options trading on them, it became an exciting thing. The one thing that remained constant was the day that most options expire was always the third Friday of March, the third Friday of June, the third Friday of September, and the third Friday of December. And you're asking why, or you're not. If you're not asking why, you should be. The reason is because hedge fund managers, mutual fund managers, pension fund managers, and wealth managers that were handling all of the trillions of dollars of the banks, of the government money, but mainly pensions, insurance companies, the trillions of dollars being constantly managed, were managed and are today managed by talented people who get paid a percentage of the gain of the funds that they're managing, as measured by the third Friday of each quarter. So this Friday, there are multi-millionaires, and 100,000-aires out there who have been hired in the last few years, few weeks, few months, few days, but generally in the last number of years, there are money managers, wealth managers who are really paying attention to the value of the stock market, the close of this Friday, because this is the end of the quarter. Now, you're going, no, it's not. It's the 31st of March, you a-hole. What are you talking about, Bruce? You don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, it's true. There are some funds that will pay bonuses or not on the closing price of the 31st of March. However, options activity crescendos along with futures options the third Friday of every quarter. And this is the first one of 2025. And what a year we're having, huh, kids? Are you having fun? Because I am reading stuff about how the market has been doing. And just in the last little while, I don't know if you've noticed it, but the markets seem to be a bit what's the word I'm looking for? The markets in the U.S. are lower. That's right, they're lower. $5 trillion has been estimated to have been eviscerated from the stock market just in the last few weeks. $5 trillion has disappeared because we have lower stock prices. And I want to show you a couple of little graphs, but I'm cleaning my glasses. You notice this? Because I'm an old man. And there we go. This is great. Right, I can see through the fingerprints now. I can see you. Welcome everybody to the show. I want to show you something here that I found this morning, and I thought you might find it of interest because I don't want to bore you with just this face. I give you enough grief as it is. You have to watch this. I know many of you just listen to me. It's okay. All right, here, look. This little graph right here. Check this thing out. Wow. I'll put my little mug over here. Maybe I'll do that. There I am. Okay. Look at this. The decline of the Magnificent Seven from their 52-week highs. Now, this is not the last week or two. This is since their high trades in the last year, which would have been anywhere from December to January, and here we are now. Starting with way over there, Alphabet down 21%, Amazon down 20, Apple down 19, Meta down 20, Microsoft down 19. Now see how consistent that is? Down 23 in NVIDIA. The loser, the star of the show, is the guy trying to sell electric cars. 50% drop from the 52-week high for Tesla shares. And there is there's the star of that show. I don't know if you want to be that guy, but in any event, that is what it is. This morning, we're at 248 a share, and the 52-week high, 488 has been the high. So 244 would be the actual 52-week or the 50% drop. So we're in that neighborhood for Tesla. Now, something else I want to show you, and that is the distribution of wealth in the United States. People talk about the death of the middle class or how the middle class is being squeezed out or something like that. Check this out. See if my face still shows up. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'll put myself way down here and I'll just kind of, do this. Here, don't mind me. Here I am. Check out this thing. Who owns the U.S. stock market wealth? This little graph right beside my nose here, this one right here is 1%. That's the bottom 50% of Americans. The bottom 50% of Americans own 1% of the U.S. market wealth. 50 to 90 percentile demographic. If you're a middle class American, solidly middle class and higher, all the way up to the 90th percentile, which, in America is doing well. You own 12% of the entire wealth of the stock market. The 90 to 99 percenters, which means you're making $250,000 a year or more in your household and up, those folks own 37% of the wealth of the U.S. market. And the top 1%, they own 50% of everything. Just kind of want to put this in perspective. So if you think you are some kind of hotshot, you're making $110,000 a year at work, and you got a promotion, and you graduated school 7, 8, 10 years ago. You're a mid-level manager making $140,000 a year or $150,000 a year. Congratulations, it's a nice job. You're a nothing burger, okay? You're a nothing burger. You own less. You own 10% or less of this market. You don't matter. And why do you think the SEC rules keep coming out that seem to favor certain players over others? Why is it that the top 1%ers who control it don't have to reveal their short positions when they short stock? Because they don't want to. And so the SEC listens to them because they control half the market. The top 90% and up control 87% of the market. And that's who the SEC really is looking after, because that's 87% of the owners. I mean, if 87% of the owners of all the stocks and ETFs and mutual funds out there want certain rules for protection, and one of those rules is we don't want to have to disclose our short positions to anybody, That's exactly what you're going to get. Because who do you think funds the people in the Senate and the Congress who sit on the banking committees, the investment committees, the oversight committees for the rules of the SEC and the bankers and whatever? The top 87, the top 10. I'm trying to get you there, okay? Look, I don't want to make you become a $250,000 a year earner by writing options so that you can now bribe your politicians. That's not what I'm trying to get you to do. That's not my plan. My plan is to help you get to the 250, 300,000 range and higher so that you can control your life economically against any outside forces that are trying to cut in on your action. Because if you're in the bottom 50%, I got bad news for you guys. You are less meaningful to the people in power. You are less important. You don't matter. They believe they can buy you when it comes to getting votes. They believe they can get you to vote against your self-interest and then have their way with you when they run the show for a while. And enough of the bottom 50 percentile are gullible enough to be swayed by momentum campaigns and slogans and whatever, okay? And so when you're in power, life is good. He who controls the gold makes the rules. Right now in America, this little chart that I showed you shows you how powerful the top 1% is and how meaningful it is, how important it is for you to become a top 10 percenter. If I can help you make $500,000 a year in option premiums between now and a few years from now, you'll be a top 95 percenter. I cannot imagine any of you who watched me from the beginning of 2021 to now, you're ever going to be a 1 percenter. I don't know if I can get you to that level in my lifetime. Maybe some of you will be very successful in something else and it'll all work out for you and it'll all take, that would be great. Look, I want nothing but complete success for every one of you that are here because you're option writers and you're figuring out, Uncle Bruce, I don't need to give a crap about tinkering with Social Security, tinkering with unemployment benefits, tinkering with government layoffs and economic downturns. I make money, Uncle Bruce, like you said, in good markets, bad markets, rising markets, and dropping markets. I can make money anywhere. And even these stocks that are cratering right now, down 50% on Tesla and 20-somethings for the rest of them, doesn't matter to me. I don't own any of these shares. Or if I do own any of these shares, I just write call options against them in my retirement accounts and my other accounts. And I take premium and premium and premium and premium and premium. And Uncle Bruce, you've been saying and saying and saying and saying, as an option writer, you should be looking at call credit spreads. You should be saying that. And I tell you to grab the lessons that I've made about spreads, call credit spreads. And some of you admit to me in person and on 101s, I haven't gotten to that yet. I've had so much success writing cash secured puts, like you said, and writing call options on what I can write call options. I haven't yet got into that. And I'm not angry at you. I'm going, you're doing well already and you haven't even started credit spread writing yet? Beautiful. That's great. For those of you, however, who have been starting to write credit spreads, call credit spreads, put credit spreads, iron condors, whatever strategies you are doing, you're likely making money there too. And those of you who are trying to, replace a $50,000 to $100,000 a year income level in your household, okay, whether it's just your salary or it's husband and wife, partners, whatever the situation is in your household. If you're retired, you're single now, you're a widower, you're trying to build your income level, whatever it is, from 40, 50, 60,000, blah, 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 and you're trying to get it over 100,000. Maybe maybe credit spreads are the way to go for you. I know that for the younger crowd here, if you're under 40 and over 25 to 40, because under 25, I really doubt that there are any of you here that are 18 and 19 years old. I mean, a handful, but the majority of this channel is over 40 years of age. But if you need cash flow and you need constant and consistent cash flow to replace a gig, all right, a part-time gig that you want to get rid of, the partner's full-time gig, so someone's looking after the house and the kids all the time, whatever the story, maybe credit spreads are the way to go, because you can write 1 to 2 week expiry, 3-4 week expiry, and roll over every 1 or 2 weeks on any of those strategies on a constant basis. Call credit spreads has been the way to go with these guys. I mean, these guys have helped and helped and helped with call credit spreads. These stocks, these Magnificent Sevens, have helped wonderfully for those of you writing call options, because you've sat there and go, well, I used to write Tesla $380 calls, and I bought them back and I wrote 350s, and then I bought them back and I wrote 320s, and then I bought them back and I wrote 300s, and I bought them back. I've been writing call option after call option on Tesla, and it just keeps falling, or doesn't go anywhere, or it has a little rally and then it peters out, and these calls are just dying because I'm writing 1 to 2 month calls every time, and they just can't compete. Some of you are not getting weekly returns on your call options because you're writing 3, 4, 5, 6 month call options, and you've taken a big premium and you're watching them shrink, but you're watching them shrink regardless. Whatever your strategy is with call writing is okay with me, because you have to annualize it in your head. You have to say to yourself, Uncle Bruce, I own Tesla, I own Google, I own Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. I own this stuff at a set price, and I wrote calls against those shares. And when I did that, I brought in 15, 20, whatever percent premium over the value of those shares. Now, your cost factor should be an entirely different matter, but it can be the deciding factor, where you say, I put 20 grand into this crap, and I got myself $2,500 out of it by writing calls. Well, that's 12.5% on your money. And both are down. Stocks are down, options are down. And you're reluctant to buy back your option to write another one at a lower strike because it's lower than what you paid for the stock, and you're, get over yourself. Always be writing for premium and go shorter term. If you are in a scenario where you paid this much for a stock and wrote a call against it, and now the stock has gone down to here and your call has gone down, and you now should be buying back this call for half what you wrote it for or less to write this call, which is above the stock price that it's at, but it's below the price you paid for the stock. You now feel like, I'm offering the stock for less than what I paid for the stock. If you have not factored in something, the profit you made on the call you first wrote, or 2 calls ago, or 3 call contracts ago, you have to take the premiums you collected against the price of the stock that you paid. So if you took in $5 a share, $5 a share, and $4 a share on 3 successive rollovers, you've taken in $14 a share. That should go against the cost of the stock you bought. Now, you might still be in a position where, yeah, but that doesn't matter. The stock has dropped so much, Bruce. Look at that chart you just said. The stock's dropped so much that I'm down on my investment, man. This stock's down 50%, Tesla, 20-something percent on the others. I say, relax, Chester, relax. What you do now is you write call options that expire in 1 month or less, ahead of the stock itself right now, and you take the premium for a month. You look at the option chain. This is what you've been trained to do if you've taken my lessons. If you haven't, shame on you. It's your fault. If you've taken my lessons on call writing and psychology of the markets and how to maximize profits, you figured out that, well, yeah, you're always writing, Bruce, and you never worry about getting caught with a contract going into the money, because you do a rollover with time on your side to correct that trade and bring in even more money. Oh yeah, that's right. I can roll over a call option at a higher strike further out to negate a move up in a market that surprised me. Fair enough. If you're going to write a call option on Tesla today, and the shares are sitting at 247.88 or whatever the hell they're doing right now, 248.10, you're not going to write a 245. It's at 248, right? You're not going to write a 250. It's at 248. A month from now, maybe you're going to write 260s. Maybe you'll write 270s. But on the other hand, you're a greedy son of a bitch and you want to bring in as much money as you can get your hands on. Maybe you are going to write a 250 call option on Tesla today. Maybe you will. You'll say, you know what, Tesla, screw you. You can have my stock out there, you option gamblers. You can have my stock at 250, but you got to give me a premium on this stock right now that is significant. And let's take a little peek, shall we, as to what Tesla's contracts have been, quote, going for. No matter what the headlines are, you don't care that the car sales are off and that people don't like Teslas anymore. You don't care about it. You don't have to worry about it. Forget about it. Move on. Let's take a look at maybe some April contracts. Just, something not too far from now. April 17 expiry. 250s will bring you $21 a share. Now, you're greedy. And you're a gambler, but you're also a smart gambler. You're also one of those gamblers that says, I'll write call options against my Tesla at 250. And I'll take in the 21 bucks or 21.50 or 22, whatever I can get for them. Better, more the better, because they trade like crazy, got nice tight spreads, and they're at the money with a huge premium, and I want premium. And if I'm wrong and the shares go to 260 a share, you know what that means? It means that your calls are worth $10 each book value. That's what that really means. What they're trading at is not the point. The point is that you wrote them for 21, 22 when they were worth nothing. They're 250, so out of the money right now, a couple of bucks. You got your $21. At 10 in the money, they go to 10 in the money tomorrow. Let's play a little pretend game here. What are those contracts going to be trading for if the stock goes up 10 bucks a share, 11 bucks a share? They're going to go up 5 bucks, 6 bucks, because they're not going to go up dollar for dollar. They're not in the money. They're going to lose time premium and replace it with time and book value premium. There's going to be a value to the contracts, maybe 24, 25. Oh God, you're down $4 a contract, $5 a contract. Oh, isn't that awful? You don't care. You don't have to care. And you don't have to do a rollover. You can sit there and go, wait a minute, hold it. If this stock closes at 260 a month from now, because that's when these contracts die, my contract is worth $10 on the last day. I got 22 for these damn things. Maybe you'll say to yourself, I'm just going to wait a little while here. I'm going to wait a week. Let a week of shrinkage happen here. Let the stock do what it does. Because it might go to 260, 240, 260, 240. It might go to 280, down to 240. We know what Tesla can do. But it might drop $15 later today on a little dead cat bounce rally to 250, 52, and then back to 238. And you're sitting there going, I wrote 250s this morning at $21 a pop. The stock is at 240 now. Down $8 from where I sold those calls at. Those calls are now $18.50. And a week from now, if the stock's in the same neighborhood, those contracts will be $15, $14.50. And a week after that, and around this market, they're going to be $9. You're going to get your 50% profit on these contracts. Cash greedy bugger you are. And you're going to go, thank you very much. May I have another? Because you're now going to go, I'm going to write May contracts. It's time to write the third Friday in May. What's the stock at? 248? Let's write 250s. I'm a greedy son of a bitch, and I want the 22 bucks a contract. Give it to me. You gamblers, you crazies out there, I want your money. I'll take the $22 premium for a 248 stock all day long. And if it goes to 230, that's all right. I'm buying these calls back for a fraction, and I'm now writing 240s. It goes to 228, I'm buying them back and write 230s. It goes down to 215, that's all right. I'm buying those contracts back cheaper. I'm writing 220s, 218s. I will write 1 month out contract and bring in these $20 bills, and I'll take my $5 and $10 and $12 profits again and again and again and again and again and again. And 6 months from now, the stock's 290. You're writing 290s. The stock's at 310 a year from now. You're writing 310s. That's the pattern. You don't stop, because this isn't like a one and done deal. Any of you out there think you can become a millionaire one trade as an option writer? You're on the wrong channel. You're not listening to us. Congratulations, viewers who are making nothing but money. I am figuring out a very, it occurs to me, and has for quite a while, that the constant viewers of this channel, the ones that are here every single day option writing, they make money. They just make money all the time. Now, some days they have really good days, and other days nothing good is going on. And sometimes there's a week or two where it's kind of a grind, but overall you look at your performance and go, well, over the 2 years I've been watching this guy, I've taken his classes, I've had a one-on-one, I've had 2, I've had 3. I've met him at some meet and greets. I talked to the other members of this guy's channel through the Discord, and we're making money. And this market is not going straight up, and it never has, and it never will. And it doesn't go straight down, never has, never will. It fluctuates all the time. Yeah, we're down $5 trillion in value in the last probably, 3 months? Most of it in the last 3 weeks, maybe? I don't know. Does it matter? Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, no. You're getting the street's opinion on what it thinks is going on out there. That's all this is. It's just an opinion. Now, since I started this show, I'm going to take complete credit for everything good, okay? Because, I watch a guy in Washington who takes credit for everything good, but he never admits to mistakes, because that was the last guy. I went on, we were down 200 points when I was starting talking to you on the Dow. We're only down 70. That's because of me, because everyone's watching me going, oh, I love this guy. Because look, there's 219 people here. That's all the people in the market. It's just you. 219 of you are here, and the market's higher because you love what I'm saying. Thank you very much, and you're welcome. We're up 2.7 points on S&P. We're up 45 on NASDAQ. You're all welcome around the world. I'm happy to help you get richer. Thank you very much. Oil's up 81 cents. There's economic slowdown concerns happening on oil, and yet the Americans are bombing the crap out of the Houthis in Yemen. This is one way to stir things up and try to increase oil uncertainty. Start a war and just start throwing missiles around and whatever. I mean, Okay. Sorry, Houthis. You know who doesn't like you right now. It is what it is. Welcome all to the show, the program. You're making money if you're watching me. It's a fact, all right? If you're not making money in the market, then you don't watch me very often. If you're not making money in this market consistently, you don't follow what we talk about here. You might be a talker about being an option writer, but you're really a gambler trying to find a hot deal to become a millionaire. And it's not working, because a lot of the bottom 50 percenters and a lot of the bottom, let's say the 50 percenters to the 10 percenters, that upper range, a whole bunch of those folks have just got wiped out in the last 3 weeks on margin. Because they were margining Tesla to the hilt. They were margining NVIDIA as high as they could go. They were margining all their Magnificent Seven stocks to play the option market and compound their great returns that they thought they were going to make. And they went long in calls looking for the dip, and they're still doing it. And you guys have been writing calls. You've been writing call credit spreads. You've been writing cash secured puts, sitting on a mountain of money going, I dare you to take me out. Richard Carlin knows what I'm talking about. RB knows. Aurora knows. Stocky Jockey. I think Stock Jockey knows. The man knows. Eddie Martin, D.H. Ruta, Charlie here, Jarrett, they know. They all know. We should be green for St. Patty's Day, says Mark. AJ knows. Jarrett knows. Corinne knows. Andre De La Torre is completely aware of how much money is being handed over from the idiots. Oh, I can't wait for next Monday. All my contracts expiring on Friday. Free up that cat. RB talks of 24/7 stock markets putting on being put on blockchain. How will options trading look then? There's $1 million, $5 trillion a week question. The man, me personally, hope that doesn't happen. Options will turn into day trading. Waverly, happy St. Patrick's Day from Dublin, everybody. Man, luckily, Tesla's market cap is much larger than the other car manufacturers, so they can keep losing and still be the largest company. Oh, okay. All of a sudden, electric cars are bad. Isn't that crazy? Walter Young, thank you, Colin of the Cockerel and Friends. Walter Young, good morning, everybody. Happy St. Patty's Day. The man says, I know, right? Colin, market change, no big deal. Buy gas, hug gas. Waverly, yeah, anyway. What can I say? Welcome, Waverly. Mike, stop insulting baboons. Okay, James of the Misty Tree. Good morning. Lucky 55 from Floody, Oregon. Had a crazy day yesterday, but water has receded significantly. Stay safe, James says. Waverly. The man, Waverly, the Orange Man has always liked electric and wanted renewable energy. He just didn't want to rush it because they need more infrastructure. Well, there you go. Pute Burb, I just can't trust a car with a computer screen in it. Carburetors and other caveman technology only. There you go. Jen and I took a ride this weekend. We went up to a place called Joshua Tree. It's about 35, 40 miles from here, something like that. Excuse me. We were, you go along Highway 10 towards LA for about 10, 15 miles, and then you make a right-hand turn, and you head north a little bit, and then you head east behind the mountain range, and you get up to where 29 Palms are, and Yucca Valley up there, a really unique place. And you see all of America in a small little microcosm spot. And you see very, very well-to-do people sitting in some really nice houses up there. And then you see the bottom 10%. And it's neighbor versus neighbor. I mean, you have one neighbor that's doing really well. We're right beside a place that looks like it's been bombed out, and there are people living in it. You just cannot believe the difference. This is America in a microcosm. Same like walking the streets of New York. You'll walk along a street, an avenue in New York City, and you will see complete abject poverty, and then you will see beyond wealth that you can't imagine. Just walking along the street. This is America. You make it or you don't. And Jen and I drove our Tesla Model X up there just for a ride and had a little spin, and I rather enjoyed the drive in the Tesla. I have to say, I love the Tesla. You have to go up hills. You have to go up a number of rises to get to the high. It's called the high desert up there, and it's probably, I don't know, 3,000 feet higher than we are here in elevation to get over there. But then on the way back, you come back down the hill. And when we were leaving, we were halfway home, and we had about 25 miles to go. And the screen on my computer said that you have 149 miles of range left in your Tesla as we were approaching the first downhill section, which is like 3 miles long. And then you flatten out a little bit, then you have another downhill section, then you flatten out, and then you have another one. By the time we got to the bottom of all those hills and back to Highway 10, we had lost 2 miles of range. So we had traveled, I don't know, 15, 18 miles for 2 miles of electricity. And then we came all the way into town, all the way back to here. We stopped along the way. We had used up maybe 10 miles of range to drive 35 miles because it was downhill. We had used up electrons to get up there, of course, and then you get some back. You don't get them all back, but you get some back. Fascinating. The thing about the car, though, that I just love is you're on a 2-lane highway, and you get people who don't have cruise control, so they're just inconsistent with their speed, and when you go higher, they're slower. When you go downhill, they're faster, and everybody wants to be the first car in line, or it is stupid. So when you see them coming from behind you, you just kind of touch the gas and just, go from 55 miles an hour to 78 miles an hour in like a second or two, and they're way back there. And then you cruise control back at 55, and slowly they catch up to you, and then you goose it and go away from them again. Or you get a red light, and you're the first one at the red light, and then they all catch up to you. And there's no one in front of you, and you have a 65 mile an hour sign just up there. And you're at 75 miles an hour in 4 seconds, 3.5 seconds, whatever it is. It's not like I'm completely flooring it. We're just getting away from the crowd. And the only cars keeping up with us are other Teslas, and they're everywhere. But we Tesla drivers we grin when we're on the roads, and we don't fear the technology at all. We just don't. In any event, it's been now 3 years that I've been driving Teslas when I'm down here. Quite used to it, quite enjoying it. Not going back. When the day comes that I get a new car, when that day comes, it will be a Tesla. I do understand the outrage of people right now, the Musk haters. Get it? I understand that. Not elected and all that stuff. Totally with you. However, I kind of like the car. I always have, and I've just moved on to that level. Sorry, I'm not buying a Mustang, with a V8 engine in it. I'm not going to get an F-150. But that you decide for yourselves what's best for you. Anyway, it's in the garage right now, plugged into a 110 outlet, gaining 5 miles an hour of range since yesterday afternoon. So I probably added 80 miles of range to the battery from 130 something now to 210. It'll keep charging until I unplug it. It'll max out at 260 or something like that of range, and it'll shut off. And it just takes as much energy as my fridge. No big deal. It's all good. Thank you, everybody. Mike H. Oh, yeah. Drill Baby Drill loves renewable energy. What else is going on here? Let's move on. Oh, good morning, everybody, says Jeff. Let's get into the top 10%. Andre Dell, I agree with Jeff. Let's get into the 10%. What is the 1%? Is it 10 million plus net worth? That's a good question. I think the 1% is income of over 800,000 a year, I think. American money, something like that. It's up there. Oh, yeah. And then there's the 0.1% where it's, 50 million and up. Google it if you want to know. Giddy up, says Stock Joe. There you go. The man, Uncle Bruce, if you have the cash to secure puts, do you recommend doing just cash secured puts or running multiple spreads? It's your situation that will answer that question. What do you need capital for? Some of you need monthly income, weekly income, bi-weekly income because you're paying bills with your portfolios. You have walked away from a day job, but you need $5,000 a month, $2,500 every couple of weeks. You're going to be doing weekly positions, rollovers every week or 10 days. Those of you who are sitting on, you've taken 20 grand out of your accounts, put it into your checking account, and that's good for the next 3 months, 4 months of bills. You now can just compound money and put together 1 and 2 and 3 month trading strategies or longer and not worry about the day-to-day. And you'll do the occasional weekly or bi-weekly or whatever, because you see an opportunity and you'll jump on that. You'll let the shrinkage work out for you. You'll take 500 here, 5,000 here, 2,000 here. You'll do what a credit savage of Wall Street does. You'll do those kinds of trades. You'll say, oh, I'm up 30% on a position I just wrote last Thursday. I'm going to close that out and take my $1,200. I'll bank that. And I'll now work on that on top of what else I have, knowing that in about a month from now, I'm going to need to take 20 grand out of my account for the next quarter of living expenses or whatever your needs are. Some of you do it weekly, some of you do it monthly, some of you do it very rarely. And those of you who are retired, those of you that are over 60, 65, whatever, you're watching me and you're hanging out with this old man going, I like the stories this guy tells because it's kind of from my youth. You're the ones getting the Social Security checks. You're the ones who maybe have a pension already coming in. You're the ones who don't need to take any money out of your accounts. You're just trying to build your account values. And so your timing strategy is completely different than a 35-year-old, than a 40-year-old, a 45-year-old, a 50-year-old. Of course. Those of you ladies out there, and there are a number of women who watch this channel, those of you who are females, you're on your own for whatever the circumstances in your life are, or you're married and you're with a partner, whatever. You too have your requirements just like a guy. No difference. I have 70-year-old women writing options. I got 70-year-old guys writing options. And they live on their own and they're quite happy about it, or they're not happy about it. And they're bringing income in or building wealth to their retirement because they are in good health or hope to be here for many, many more decades and taking advantage of this. There are some of you out there who watch me because you've got nothing else to do. And you're kind of sitting there going, well, Uncle Bruce, I could be twiddling my thumbs. I could be doing crossword puzzles. I could be watching The View or watching Fox News all day long. I want to hang out with you guys because I just like the character of this channel. I just like the atmosphere of this channel. I like the guy. By the way, I've heard a new nickname for myself. Apparently, there's a nickname that someone has created out of Arizona, and I love it. The Bagel Man. Someone asked, one of my viewers was asked by a friend who had heard of me, saying, hey, how's that Bagel Man doing today? What's he saying? What's the Bagel Man saying today? I love that. I thought that is wonderful. Gonna have to think about a t-shirt for something like that. Anyway, those of you who are, you don't need to be here. You have enough money in the bank to last the rest of your lives. You've worked your asses off. You've built your estate. You've built your values. You've sold your businesses long time ago. You retired whatever long ago, and you put the money away. But you're here. And how you find me, I don't know, but you found me, and you're now an option writer because you're going, I like this game. I like the idea of all the stock I've been sitting on for years and years and years and years, and I'm writing a couple of contracts on this and a couple of call contracts on that and a couple of calls on those, and I've written calls that expire this Friday. I've written calls that expire next month. I've written calls that expire in 3 months. This is fun. This is a whole new way of investing I've never known before. And after a few months, you do the calculation, because some of you are very analytical, and you sit there and you go, well, just how well have I been doing on these little trades that the Bagel Man is telling me about? And you're shocked. You're kind of going, wow, the market is off 20% on Microsoft, down 50 on Tesla. ETFs are getting hammered. Mutual funds are getting hammered. All kinds of people are panicking out there. And I'm hauling in all this dough from stock I'm never going to sell. And I'm going, I like this little acquiring of money here and there. These little pennies from heaven. I kind of like this. Thank you, Bagel Man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the party, pal. Whatever works for you is fine with me. Option writers make money. Casinos, which what you are is a casino, make money in recessions, depressions, and boom markets. It matters not. Casinos make money from desperate gamblers. Welcome to the channel where you take advantage of the desperados. Undulatory pre-market turning around. I see some green. Bruce, the man also will be fun to watch if the Canadian Unionist rekindles their desires to join the USA. Yeah, I'm currently bag holding AMC, writing calls to get out. Deep value number 80. Weber, I'm 84 on the thumbs up meter. Uncle Bruce. Haggis Herb, blame the horrible Americans. It's all Trump's fault. Of course, the communists blame the Americans no matter who's in power. The Russians blame the Americans and the Europeans for all their problems. Iranians believe, non-believers for all their problems. North Korea blames anyone for their problems. North Korean people don't say anything because they don't want to get put into a jail and into a concentration camp. Welcome to the party. Welcome to, the big picture. Another relaxing day of watching markets while eating hot peppers and kicking myself in the you-know-what. Larry Titus, good morning, everybody. I am number 90 on the thumbs up meter for Uncle Bruce, and we're opening in 14 minutes, and Larry is on standby, ready to hit the bells. Thank you, my friend. Just sitting, Peter says, on my GameStop cash get puts for Jan 26th, riding it out. Everything is just going to be all right. Mr. Gamer, happy St. Paddy's Day from Clare, Ireland. Don't trade options, just do ETFs. But I still love tuning in, and there's a lot of folks here who just tune in and say hi. I just love listening to the banter. I love watching you people argue against each other and encourage each other and motivate each other. Welcome wherever you're from and whatever you think is going on. I'm glad to have you here. It's a pleasure to speak to people around the world from a dining table here at the moment, Rancho Mirage, California. Thank you all for popping by. Happy St. Patty's Day, says Peter. Good morning, everybody, says Doug. Happy St. Pat's. Jeff, electric cars are continuing to gain market share while Tesla is massively losing market share. It's not EVs that are in question. It's Mr. Musk. Yes, a big germ. I think my SoFi stocks are from Ireland. They keep doubling. Jeff, I hope Tesla shares fall enough so that it start getting called on the shares he has borrowed against. That should be something. The man, electric motors are fun, instant power, deep value. That's me every time I drive Uncle Bruce. These are too much fun. These are like roller coasters. That's unbelievable. I tell you, I love driving a Tesla. Oh, God, do I love driving these things. Yes. Get onto the Highway 10, which is a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. You're coming onto the highway off the shoulder, and you're looking at the traffic behind you there, and there's nobody coming. And by the time you get to your lane, as you merge in, you're already doing 75. It's like no brainer whatsoever. You're passing traffic as you're merging in. You're not trying to catch up to it. I love it. I just, oh God, I love it. Welcome to the party, pal. Anyway, what else is going on here? People are explaining what Patty's Day means and how to say it. Sharon is in the house. Good morning, Sharon, number 99. Welcome. By the way, if any of you are bored tonight and you got nothing better to do with yourself, or you want a little diversion, you might want to join me on my other channel. Have you heard of it? Traveling with Bruce. The nickname is TWB, Traveling with Bruce. Tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, I'll be live over there. Every Monday night, I'm live on TWB. And I talk about travel and cruise ship news and what's going on in the travel world. But then what I start pulling out is trivia questions. And we play trivia every Monday night these days. And I have a core following of that channel that live to play trivia. And Sharon, you're going to get your butt handed to you if you meet up against this gal. And Kevin over here, the author himself, famous author Kevin, I dare you to come by tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. If you're, like I said, if you've got nothing better to do and you're bored and your TV sucks and it's all depressing news, join me on TWB, 7 o'clock tonight. Trivia tonight. Should be fun. The man, Uncle Bruce, wait. So you're saying it's possible to not like the owner of a company and still buy the product? Waverly, they do anyway. Okay. Sorry, Bruce. Teslas are garbage. Okay. Robert, good morning, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Thumbs up. Number is unknown. Sorry, no problem. Robert, welcome. See you tonight. You got it. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Colin, best car I've ever had. Love it. Thank you, everybody. Let's move on. You guys keep your opinions on Tesla out there, whatever you want. I'm fine. It's fine. Bruce, you've got a poll question going. I think we're going to bounce a little here, but then we're going to go a little lower, but we'll see. There is a poll question today. Have you answered it? Have you hit the thumbs up button for me today, or are you a slacker? Talk to me, people. Please hit the thumbs up button. Help us out. We're 10 minutes away from the opening. We're at 110 thumbs ups. I'd like to be at 200 when we open for the session. So please hit the thumbs up button right freaking now. The poll question of the day. Do you think that the U.S. markets have hit their lows so far? And 24% are saying, yes, I think we have hit the lows. And no, 76%, we have not hit the lows, Uncle Bruce. We're going lower. 203 votes are in on the poll question. Only 110 measly thumbs ups. What does a guy have to do to get thumbs ups on this show? I don't know. I do the best I can. Oh, there's 115 now. Oh, we got 5 more. Thank you. Keep them coming, kids. Get the thumbs up meter going for me. Help me out. Let me know what number you are if you can. Appreciate it. Anyway, there you go. Trade options on ETFs. There, you can always do that, And hi, Bruce. Would you do call credit spreads or put credit spreads on Tesla? I've been promoting call credit spreads on the Magnificent Seven as a whole and on Tesla. Call credit spreads. Right, way out of the money, short-term expiry, maybe 3 weeks to expiry, 4 weeks to expiry, and you close them out with a week or so to go, a week and a half to go, 2 weeks to go. Or if you write a 4-week out spread and the market has a bad day this afternoon, the stock drops $12 during the day, you may find that the spread of credit really starts to shrink on yours, and that gives you an opportunity you write the spread this morning, and this afternoon you took 30% off the table. You wrote a spread last week, Wednesday, and this afternoon you're up 70% on your spread. You're taking it off and you're creating a new one a month further on. Something like that. Anyway, there it is. I will be there tonight for sure. Uncle Bruce, I want to play trivia. Vernal, love your show, Uncle Bruce. Thank you for all your hard work. And thank you, Amy J, number 117. Brian, at least 117. Samuel, I'm 127, baby. Brian, oh no, Amy, beat me again to the thumbs up meter. Thank you, everybody, for hitting the thumbs up button for us, giving us some momentum here. The more the faster we get to 200 thumbs ups, the more I get promoted on YouTube. And people say to me, I found you last year. I never knew you existed. I had no idea you were on the air every day since 2021. I follow GameStop, I follow Tesla, I follow this, I follow that. No idea. And then one day, I'm just on my YouTube channel, just, wondering what to watch. Which of these influencers should I watch now? And then, poof, Stock Markets with Bruce. I saw this thumbnail. And I thought, well, there's a headline, Twinkies? What's he talking about? What about the Twinkie? I got to watch this guy. And then they came in here, and they're finding you guys. All of you guys are with me. And we're talking about what they're wondering what's going on about. And now they won't leave. Thank you all for becoming part of the family. Because new viewers figure out very quickly, this isn't a channel. This isn't a YouTube channel. This is a family inside the YouTube channel, a family of option writers, which is another shocker to newbies who come in here, because newbies who find me sometimes are the gamblers, the degenerates that are just buying calls and hoping to get lucky. They come in here and go, wait a minute, whoa, you guys are talking options, but you're talking completely the opposite of what I'm hearing about. I'm being told all the time to look at resistance levels and support levels and this and that and the other thing. And you guys are what? You're selling first and then you buy them back? Well, the last 15 contracts that I wrote, 14 of them I lost money on and one I made money on, and I'm still down 30%. Well, this is interesting. I kind of like the 95% win rate some of you guys are running, if not higher. Maybe I may want to look into how are you doing this with this old guy without any charts and any fancy backgrounds? How the hell does that work? Unbelievable. We're opening in 6 minutes. One last peek. If you were not here earlier this morning, take a look at this little ditty right here, okay? This is the decline, showing the decline of the Magnificent Seven stocks from their 52-week highs right there. From Google way over there, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and now Tesla. Anywhere from 19% loss to 50% losses so far since the highs in the last, quote, I think the last couple of months, but this says 52-week highs. And then here, this chart is really something else. You got to wonder about this one. This one is who owns the U.S. stock market wealth? Yikes. The percentage of total corporate equities and mutual fund shares that are owned by the bottom 50% of the U.S. population ranked by wealth stands at about 1%. The same measure for the top 10% of the population by wealth stood at 87%. The top 10 percenters. Wow. According to the Federal Reserve. So from 90 to 99%, 37% of the market's wealth were held by those folks. And the top 1% of America, the billionaires, the big-time millionaires, they own 50% of the market. That's the wealth of the United States market. Is that insanity? From 50 to 90%, people who are making between 50 and 90% of the wealth of America. That is truly the middle class and a lot of the upper middle class, from 50% earnings to 90% of the earnings of the average American. That's all the way up to 250 grand, all the way up to 250 grand. They own 10% of the wealth of this country. Annihilated, getting absolutely eviscerated. Look at that, 12%. 50 to 90%, 12%. Bottom 50%, 1%. 90 to 99%, 37% of the wealth. And top 1%, they own half of it. So when you're walking along the street, you're driving along the road, you're sitting at in your backyard, wherever you are, and you hear a jet going overhead, and you're looking at it from below, and you're looking at it up there, and it's not a big jet. It's not a 737, a 777. It's a private jet. It's a two-engine Gulfstream. It's a Bombardier. It's a Cessna, whatever the brand of private jet we're talking about. You're down here and they're up there, and you better understand something. The people that are up there, okay, are not from the bottom 50%. They're not from the 50 to the 90%. No, they're from the 90% and up. And chances are they're from the 95 percentile and up. And they're the ones flying in those planes. And they're not flying for 15 minutes. They're flying for an hour, 3 hours, 10 hours, anywhere they want to go, anytime they want to get going. And they're the ones with the half of the market. They're this bar here, 50% of the wealth of the U.S. stock market, and the 37% on top of that, 87% of the wealth handled in the hands of the top 10%. They're the ones with the private jets. Now, they might not own it. They might just charter it. They're paying $5,000 an hour, $8,000 an hour, $15,000 an hour, depending on the size of the damn thing. How many people do they need to fly around with? And they could well be corporate people. The top people at Disney are flying in private jets. The top people at Apple are flying in private jets. The top government officials are flying in private jets. But the top corporate America people and the top hedge funds, the top money makers in this market, yeah. And again, you're new to me, and you're wondering, what's this channel all about? Writing options, blah, 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 blah. Figure something out, guys. 87% of the wealth of the stock market is held by the top 10% of the people in America. Who do you think writes all those options that the gamblers are playing? The bottom 50%, the bottom 90% who are gambling everything they have to try to get a win. Some of you are in that class. You're buying options from, guess who? The top 10 percenters. They have 87% of the wealth of the country. Who do you think can write cash secured puts? Who do you think can write covered calls? The people who can write covered calls are shareholders. Who can afford to be a shareholder of Tesla, Apple, Google, Nvidia? Who can afford to write 100 call options on 10,000 shares of Nvidia or Tesla or Apple or Google or Microsoft? Do the math. 10,000 shares of Microsoft, do a measly 100 contracts? Who can write those? The top 87, the top 10%, the 87 percenters that own it all. Certainly the 1 percenters. This is why gamblers are gambling on the bottom end, and they're buying 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of these call options. And the ones writing them are over here. Now there you are watching me, and I'm telling you, you got 10 grand, just $10,000. You could write 10 credit spreads on Tesla right freaking now. You could write 20 credit spreads representing 2,000 shares of Tesla with 10 grand. And you could take a nice little percentage profit out of that trade if you know what the hell you're doing. There are classes available. Did you know that? There are classes available on how you can learn how to write options and make a living from it. And all you have to do is get your fat lard ass, because we're all fat, we're all overweight, so I can say this. Get your fat lard ass over here. Stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Pick up a few lessons on how to write stock options. Start at lesson number 1 if you haven't got any of them done, because you're 18 classes away from making some serious money here. You might be 5 classes away. You might be just 2. There are people here who have sworn up and down. I only watched a couple of his classes and I started writing options, man. I started writing options. I gave up. I walked away from being an idiot gambler, and I started becoming a casino. A small one at the beginning. I'm a small casino, but oh my God, I'm making money now. Welcome all. If you're here all the time, you are making money. I'm not sugarcoating it. If you're here every day and you're not making money writing options, I don't know what's wrong. you better contact me and tell me, why can't you make money in this market? You have got to be making money in this market if you're here every day, because the content and the knowledge you're growing with and picking up is unprecedented. You have such an opportunity to get filthy rich. Or let's put it this way. There are people here who had nothing not too long ago and found me, had been losing money in the market for years, decades in some cases, because they were searching for the $1 million payoff and they could never find it. They got hot tips. They were the last people to hear about a hot tip. And they got in at the high and it went a little higher and then it came crashing down and they got wiped out. This is the most common story of the stock market. And the options market, the most common thing you're going to hear from most people that you ever talk to about options is you're an idiot if you're in the options market because you could lose everything. Well, gamblers are idiots as it is. And gamblers don't care about the odds. They care about a long shot win. And they look to buy a call option that will go up 10, 20 times in value and cash in that one time that lottery ticket comes in. This channel, if you're around here long enough, you realize I don't need to find the $1 million ticket. I'm the guy selling the lottery ticket. I'm the guy getting the commission the minute you buy it. I have a lineup of people out my door that want to buy tickets into the option market, and I provide tickets to these people at my discretion. And you set the odds against these lottery tickets. Your slot machine on the casino floor that you're running is so rigged against all these other folks. You're just like the 1%ers. You've put contracts out there that have no hope in hell of going up. They only will go down in value. And you will have gamblers who will be relieved to only lose half their money within days or weeks of writing contracts through you. They'll be relieved that you let them have half their money back. They'll find another game somewhere else. And there'll be another line. The lineup is at the door to play your slot machines all day long. Welcome to the party, where you learn how to write options and turn yourself into a cash casino. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a couple of lessons available right here, 18 of them, about an hour and a half, 2 hours long, in English, plain, simple English, how options work, why they are there, who creates them, how they go up and down in value, what is an option, what's a put contract, what's a spread, what's a cash secured put, what are poor man covered calls, what are these iron condors? How can I write options without owning any stock? How the hell does that work, Bruce? This is complicated. No, it's not complicated. But you start with lesson number 1, and when you take lesson 2 and 3 and 4, you begin to realize, oh, this is like playing with Legos. It's just bricks on top of additional bricks. And after the 5th class and the 6th class, I'm still referring back to class number 1, but he's adding to this story. So when you get to class 8, 9, and 10, you're going, oh my God, I got 20 hours of instruction under my belt, and it all is making sense. I understand now why the top 1% are in private jets. Now I get it. Okay, I want to join these guys. I want to move up the ladder. I don't want to be in economy anymore. I want to go to at least a premium economy seat when I fly, or I'd like to be able to afford a business class seat, or I'd like to be qualified for a credit card that gets me into the airport lounges and I can get points like crazy to move up to business class once in a while and get some hotel stays. Uncle Bruce, I want in to this upper club. I want at least into the top 10% where 87% of this country's wealth is sitting. I want in with that group. Welcome to this party, pal. Nice to have you here. Let's get with it. Thank you, everybody. The man, 100% a win rate when you're an option writer. Sometimes it just takes time to get back to 100%, though. King, my cash secured puts are, I don't know what's going on. Sky high, right? More, $20 SoFi Jan 26s. Yeah. Yeah. Let me think a minute. Yeah. Keep writing. $20 cash secured puts. You notice the Tesla's down $9 right now? You notice how this goes? I'm just saying, we might not be done with the downside. Welcome, everybody. We're up 157, apparently. Is that true? That can't be right. Can it? It can't be right. Where are we at on the Dow here? Every morning, first thing, I never know who to trust. It looks like we're up a little bit. Yeah, 140. We were down 200. We were down 200 about an hour and a half ago, as far as I know. Now we're up 140 on the Dow. We're up a dime on SoFi, 1218. That's a $25 stock in the not too distant future, in my opinion. ASTS down 41 cents at 27.74. Rocket Lab is up 60 now to 19.40, on its way back to 20 plus. GameStop up 24 cents, 23.29. 4.6 billion in cash, and their reports, their financial results come out on Tuesday, March 25th. That's next Tuesday, 8 days from now. GameStop comes up with their financials. That's their year-end financials. The latest quarter they will report on will be the quarter that ended Jan 31. That's their money-making quarter. That's Christmas. We're finally going to hear, how did GameStop do last Christmas? A year ago, for that quarter, they made money. They made 71 million in profit. This year, it could be that or more, because they have more cash in the bank, hauling in interest, of course, and they've been closing underperforming stores, and they've been cutting their costs. Their sales will be lower because they have fewer stores, but they've been offloading divisions that don't make them any money. They're looking for returns, higher percentage returns, and of course, they're trying to sell Canada and They're trying to sell France, the French operation and the Canadian operation. They're trying to unload it. I don't know how they're doing on it. Will they tell us how they're doing on it? I don't know. But next Tuesday evening, after the bell, we'll get the results. So a week, Wednesday, we'll know just how's it going. Stocks at 23.20, up 25 cents. AI is up 53. Super Micro is back up to 42.64 from those 30s. We're up to 47 cents today. NVIDIA up 46 cents. Tesla down 7.74. Spiders are up 250. Qs are up 250. Palantir up 120. MicroStrategy up down 396. Costco down 126. Coinbase up 288. Smart Rent up a penny. What else is going on here? Where am I? Don't mind me. Okay, Google up 56 cents. Apple up 129. Broadcom down 145. Microsoft up 76 cents. Intel up 135. Netflix is up $33. Meta up $3. EI Lilly up 438. Amazon up 45. Uber up 164 now to 73.19. Adobe up 227 today. Cisco down is up 19. AMD is up 382 at 104.79. Unity up 54 cents here. Enphase up 261. Spire at 880, getting down there again. Moderna down 24. Pfizer down 11. IBM up 443 today. Snapback rally there. 252.78. HPQ up 15. Home Depot up 240. Vanik Semiconductors up 206. Goldman up 527. Good day for the banks. Boeing BA up 4 cents. Target up 133. JP Morgan down 42. That bank isn't doing well, but it seems to be coming on. Walmart, JP Morgan now only down 24 cents. It's actually coming on. Walmart up 72. Disney up 83. American Airlines up 30 cents. DraftKings up 46 cents. AMC is up 8. And Royal Caribbean up 478 to 216 bucks. Mr. Premium, the options. It's Monday. Time to fill our pockets. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. John T. Uncle Bruce, what's the reason for January 16 SoFi 2026 options have such a good premium compared to December, February, or March? John T. Which ones are you talking about? I don't know. What else is going on here? Larry, there's the bells. Thank you, everybody. Richard, thank you for the knee emoji attack. Lisa, greetings, Uncle Bruce and familia. I love a Tesla red day. I just took 36% profit off of an April 25th expiry, $290 covered call. This is such easy money for me. Beautiful job. DH, neat. Market going lower. What's happening? Zed wants to know. Ed, happy Patty's Day. One, the question is, can GameStop rally under these market conditions with 4.6 billion in cash? I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Nada. Coffee is done. Welcome all. 12.28 on SoFi, up 18 cents from what I can gather. 12.29, we're now up 20 cents on your SoFi. B Tisla, I'm sitting on 35 put credit spreads on GameStop. These are 20 to 22 contracts. Okay, put credits. These are put contracts that die Friday. Okay, I received a 25-cent credit for them about a month ago. I can close them up for 13 cents right now, but I'm going to hold a little longer. Interesting. With the stock up 31 cents to 23.36. These puts are out of the money. All the 20s and 22s, the puts are out of the money. So if the shares stay up here, those puts will die. If the shares want to go any higher today, if they want to go up another 30, 40 cents, the stock goes to 23.60, 23.70, those puts will lose a little further. They'll be 11 or 10 cents for spread by tonight. Now, B Tizzle has to ask B Tizzle, I'm up about half now. How much money are we talking about here? We're talking about a $25 credit times 35 positions. All right, 35 credit spreads represents 3,500 shares at 25 cents a share credit to the writer. So B Tizzle is up half the dough on this trade. $25 times 35. What is that? 700, 800 bucks is the total. Up about 400. The amount of money that B Tizzle had to put up to do this trade, 35 positions with a $2 spread. That's a $7,000 position. $7,000 to clear out about $887 gross. If these died worthless, and right now they are worthless, and they will die Friday for nothing. If the stock stays above 22, these are worthless. B Tizzle doesn't have to buy them back at all. They'll just die, and B Tizzle will keep all the money, all 25 cents, on this very conservative trade. B Tizzle at any time can close this trade out, take the profit that they have, and turn around and write a new credit spread that dies next week Friday, or the Friday after that, again, at whatever price per contract you want. 2022s, 1921s, 1820s, 2123, whatever. Further away, the better. Further out in time, the more money you're going to get, because time is money, and these contracts are running out of time. They're down to 4.5 days, 4 3/4 days. They died this Friday. 23.45 up 40 cents on the stock now. These puts are falling. Walter Young, thumbs up number 150, buddy. You've got 150 thumbs up, courtesy of Walter Young and family. Thank you, sir, and everyone in the household. Love you guys. Welcome to the party, pals. Keep the thumbs ups coming in for us. So 153 now are in, 47 left to go, and we've hit 200, and that's the magic number for me. Every day, 200 thumbs ups is what I want to see. Thank you for helping out with that. The question of the day, 254 votes have come in, 254 answers. Do you think the U.S. markets have hit their lows so far in this sell-off? Yes, 26%. No, 74. Even with a 224-point gain on the Dow right now, there's a 74-26 split. No versus yes, 3-1. This is interesting. I'm kind of with you. I think the markets are going to go lower as a whole. Certain stocks will stand out. Yes, some will go much worse. Some will do well. Some will be better performing. Some will be less performing. We'll figure it out. 12.28 on the SoFi shares now, up 19 cents. ASTS has gone green, up 22. Rocket Lab up 97 cents to 19.78 on Rocket Lab. Someone got bought in. Someone was made to buy them the other day. You got exercised. How happy are you now? Nice going. You can write calls. You can write puts. You can do whatever you like. Welcome everyone to the program. Mandu number 5. I am 155 on the man's thumbs up meter. Thank you, sir, ma'am, everyone. B Tizzle, GameStop was 26.50 when I wrote them. You know, it's nice making money when the stock moved so much against me. The stock has gone from 26.50 down to 23.44. I'm losing value on the stock value. But it doesn't matter. I don't own the stock. I put credit spreads. I took a cash position on GameStop, 2022s. The stock's now 23.45. Even though the stock's dropped $3, I'm winning anyway. That's why option writers win all the time. That's why the top 10% of Americans control 87% of the wealth of this country through the markets alone. The top 1% own 50% of the action, okay, and the wealth and the privilege. B. Tizzle is doing, saying, I'm just doing what they're doing. I just put $7,000 to work on this little trade here. $2 spread on 35 positions. $7,000 is all I needed. And if I clear $700-800 on this thing, thank you very much for a little bit of time. Not so bad. About a month ago. If B. Tizzle gets a $700 profit on this trade, all right, those things go down to like a nickel. They go down to a nickel spread. He closes them out. She closes them out. Whoever this is, that's a $700 net profit on a $7,000 investment in less than a month, or about a month. Can you make 10% a month on your money? There you go. You can do this trade on NVIDIA. You can do this trade on Apple. You can do this trade on Rocket Lab, on AI, on SoFi, theoretically, but maybe not with a $12 stock, but you can certainly do it with $20-something stocks and higher. And you can do $2 credit spreads on NVIDIA. You can do 35 NVIDIA positions with a $2 spread on a put spread or a call spread using $7,000. In other words, you're controlling 7,000 shares of NVIDIA. No, you're controlling 3,500 shares of NVIDIA for $7,000. What? Yes, what is right? Savage of Wall Street, good morning, my simpletons and degenerates. Thank you for your email, by the way. I got it. I hope you're all having a good morning, and also looking at those option chains, making a plan to deploy covered calls so you can write on this week's pop. There you go. Right on, Savage. Thank you for your email this weekend. It was much appreciated. Welcome all to the program. We're up 240 on the Dow right now. Okay. How long it'll last, I don't know. We're up 21 on S&P. We're up 33 on NASDAQ. And maybe this is a bounce back today. A bounce back day today for now. But does it peter out later? If we don't go up 1,000 points on the Dow in the next hour, then I have something to worry about when there's nothing to worry about. I wonder then if we're going to back off. Because this isn't enough. This is not enough of a rally to make it all better now. No. What do we got? VIX down 13 at 21.64. It's slightly better. Oil up 74 cents. Okay. Gains for Nike and IBM are helping the Dow right now. Well, we'll see what happens. Pepsi's going to pay $1.7 billion for a soft drink company that got its start on Shark Tank, the show Shark Tank. Okay. I think it's a company called Poppy, Poppi, a maker of prebiotic drinks. I don't know what this means. Okay. Drink milk. I don't know. Whatever. It's all good. And Fish Creek Degenerates Unite. There you go. Welcome, Fish Creek Soap Company, to the show. Did you order any soap from Flint Creek Soap Company over the weekend? Did you go to her website? flintcreeksoap.com, I think is the name of the website. Cashmere is a wonderful smelling soap, but there are all kinds of wonderful scents available, all kinds of products available. Our official soap company of this channel. There you go. How about that? Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the program. We're up 158 on Dow. We're up a penny on SoFi. We've got a little sell-off coming here. We're down 83 on ASTS. We're up 62 on Rocket Lab. We're up 30 on GameStop. We're up 27 on AI. We're down 24 cents on Supermicro. NVIDIA gone red, down 157. Tesla still red, 839 on the downside. Palantir up $1. MicroStrategy down 1070. Costco was up 250. Coinbase down 29. Google down 25, Apple down 40, Broadcom down 190, Microsoft down 27, Intel up $1, Netflix was up 33, up now 27, Facebook off 230, Eli Lilly up 820, Amazon down 128, Uber up 150, Adobe down 449. It's a mixed bag market now. How long and how far does the sell-off go, or do we have another rally higher? Are we going through heebie-jeebies? I think that's what we're doing. We're going through heebie-jeebies. Welcome, everyone, to the program. Thank you all for joining us. Congratulations, option writers. 259 of you are here. I'm certain that 250 of you are option writers. You are repeat visitors to this channel. You are repeat offenders. when it comes to stealing money from morons. And I congratulate you for doing it, because they're out there giving it away. They're desperate to find a win, and they'll give you money. You just have to figure out which of the options am I most comfortable creating. Am I creating covered calls against my portfolio? Whether I'm going to do 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year positions. Am I comfortable doing poor man covered calls? I'm going to buy deep in the money calls and write calls against those. Am I comfortable doing cash secured puts and sitting on a mountain of cash, which is a pretty good strategy these days? Am I happy doing credit spreads, as well as all of the above? Am I doing it all? Am I doing all these trades all over the map and I can't be pinned down? Are you trading options inside practice accounts just to get a handle on it? You've taken some of my classes, you're going to take more, and you're already practicing in practice accounts with live trades. Those are available for free from virtually almost all of those brokerage firms out there. Check it out. If you're a Gold Bagel member of this channel and you want to talk to other Gold Bagel members of this channel, the writers of options, or you just want to see what they are talking about, what they say to each other, then join the Discord group. Send me an email and say, Uncle Bruce, I'd like to become a member of the Discord group, please. Here's my email address, stockmarkerswithbruce@hotmail.com. Simple. And just say, Uncle Bruce, I'm a Gold Bagel member. This is my name. And I'm becoming a Gold Bagel member. I just became a Gold Bagel member. I've upgraded to a Gold Bagel member. I'm in with this family. I want to be in the family also on Discord. I'll send you some link information. Okay, everybody? Join the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm excited. We need to get you out of the prison that you've been in for years and years and years, the bottom 50%. We got to get you out. We got to get you out of the bottom 90%. We have got to liberate you, just like Andy Dufresne right here. We've got to get you out from inside that cage, and we've got to get you looking like this right here. This is what we want to do. Unfortunately, Mr. Takagi will not be joining us for the rest of his life. He did not give us the codes. He didn't give us the codes on how to write options, and so he will not be joining us for the rest of his life. Do what George does. I'm unemployed. I live with my parents, and I do the opposite. I pick up hot chicks by telling them that I'm unemployed and I live with my parents. I make money in the market by selling first, buying back later. That's what this guy does. And why don't you become really wealthy? I'm this guy right here. I'm your friend. I worry when there's nothing to worry about. That's our friend right there. What can I say? Do not underestimate the power of these people right here, these mystical creatures, the Knights of Neat. Do not make them angry. You're going to get a face like this in your dreams. Do not have nightmares of this. Make sure to hit the knee emojis on my channel. If you're a member of this channel, you know what those knee emojis look like. You know what you have to do. You must hit the knee emojis. It's the one thing, just the one thing you got to do. And then you can walk down the street in your hometown, just like I walk down the street in my hometown, like that. Right there with your fancy little hat and your fancy dancy jacket and your fancy dancy little cane there. You're going to be looking real smart, real slick, being an option writer. You think I'm making this crap up? Think again. There are people here hitting the knee emojis right now. They know. It's time. Mandu, thank you so much again for your thumbs up. Touchgrass, thumbs up, Bruce. Dave, 169 on the thumbs up meter. Immediate thumbs up for at Mr. Takagi, says Bagel Babe. Howdy, partner. Neat. One. Neat. Hit the knee emojis. Absolutely. We're up 200 again on the Dow. We've turned around. We're going up again. 1216 on SoFi, up 6 cents. We're up, what are we up now? 88 on Rocket Lab. We're up 39 on GameStop. We're up 33 on AIS. Supermicro up 11. ASTS is only down 43 now. NVIDIA coming back, only down 51 cents. Tesla still down 670. There you go. A little rally again in this market. Giddy up, kids. I want you to get nothing but richer and richer and richer. Welcome all to the show. Corinne knows. Neat. Don't forget the knee emojis. Absolutely. Thank you for answering the question of the day. 279 people have now answered the question of the day. 172 thumbs ups are in the bin, 28 to go to get to 200. Thank you for that. Do you think the U.S. markets have hit their lows so far is the question of the day. 27% say yes, they have. 73%, I don't think so. This might be a dead cat bounce right here, Bruce. This is an opportunity to load up on some more cash secured puts right now. I don't know about this. Yeah. Welcome to the party, but I just want to get your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think about this? Unbelievable. Welcome all to the program. Jen is in the house. How are you doing, Auntie Jen?
Okay, how are you?
I'm hanging right in there. You know what happened this morning? I hit the alarm and went back to sleep.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
35 minutes.
That's always fun.
Yeah, so I just kind of woke up and looked at my clock and I went, I do recall hitting the alarm. I thought it was a couple minutes ago. No, it was 35 minutes ago, Bruce. You hit the alarm 35 minutes ago. So
Gives you a little surge of adrenaline.
kind of got up and brushed my teeth and, washed my face.
Shook your head.
Oh, here we go.
I know. I heard you get up. Like I did hear that part. The creaking of the bed.
The creaking of the bed. Oh my goodness! I made it. I wasn't late doing the show today. I'm here. I was saying to everybody who was in early that I woke up Saturday morning at like 2:30.
Oh, you had
I
a
woke
terrible
up Sunday
weekend.
morning at 3 o'clock, and I couldn't sleep in either day. Couldn't sleep in. Got up and had my coffee and read my emails.
Well, and they say you are supposed to get up around the same time every morning. But
Yeah, well, that was ridiculous.
still.
I had good naps Saturday and Sunday, though. I will say I did get good naps. But I did a walk yesterday afternoon. I did a nice walk around here, and I was hoping that would help me sleep. And
Always.
it did help me sleep. A
Always.
little too much, but we're okay. And we're alive and well.
Usually Sunday nights I have to hit you with a bat to make you go to sleep
Yeah.
because you're so
Wound up.
You're so wired for the next day.
Ready for Monday morning, my entire lifetime. But
you're not getting migraines like you used to.
No, that's true.
You used to get migraines on the weekend because there was nothing you could do about it. Like,
The market's going to open up. I got all these phone calls I got to make, and all these people are going to call me on Monday. And welcome to my 30s. Yeah. I don't miss those crazy days. I miss my youth. Sure, but I don't miss the pressure of being a branch manager of 45 employees and getting heat from above, from head office, and getting heat from everyone around me.
Yeah.
But wouldn't have it any other way. And here I am
Can't make
today.
everybody happy.
Here I am today, spilling all my knowledge back to you, just
Spilling it.
regurgitating it back. The big E, neat, with a z at the end. You gotta love that one. I always do. Giddy, everybody, giddy up. JJ, remember, kids, every day is a good day to short Tesla, especially when it's green. Richard Carlin, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Morning, Richie.
Richard is saying, I've been a member for 47 months, 4 years, almost 4 years being a member. This Richie's just making money. Jay Gill, good morning, Auntie Jen. Larry Titus, good morning, Auntie Jen. Good morning, all of you.
Larry.
Told everybody we went for a ride on Sunday to
Joshua
Tree and Yucca Valley. And
It was a little, like it wasn't really windy that day, but we had a little bit of sand in the air.
yeah,
So things weren't crisp.
it's the high desert. They call it the high desert, and
Oh,
so
and some of the Joshua trees in the city of Joshua Tree, go figure, are huge.
Yeah.
They have big ones in there.
Yeah.
They're lovely.
they're lovely. It's a unique community. I was saying how you can drive along the highway and you can see houses in the distance that are really nice, and then you just see dumps right over here. And then
It's like rural BC.
we had to do a little U-turn in one area of that town, and we had to go kind of around a block, and the road was all beat up. It's certainly not the main highway, which is as smooth as can be, generally speaking. But these little side roads, you're thinking to yourself, I'm thinking to myself, this town doesn't have a lot of dough for paving,
Or
and
they're putting it into other things.
they can't keep up the maintenance to keep it pristine. And then we would see a house, a brand new house, oh nice, and then across the street,
Oh, yeah.
ooh, there's a real ugly. And
It's
people
not
living in both.
eclectic. It's chaotic.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
But again,
so much art.
it's
So much art in people's yards, and
it's a unique community unto itself, and it is America in a microcosm. It is all of America squished into this little town, which is sort of spread out in a unique way. Anyway, it's a one-off.
it's spread out along the highway.
This is not rural Pennsylvania. This is not rural Ohio. This is really desert. It's so different.
And it is home of the fast food on that highway.
Oh my God.
You want fast food? Go to the highway.
The city of Yucca Valley is maybe 25,000 people.
It's the one just before Joshua.
Yeah, on the way back to Palm Desert, and you're on the main
after Joshua on the way back.
Yeah, and you're on the highway heading back to Highway 10, and in a 10-mile stretch of Yucca Valley's stretched out little town,
We did not have a Jack in the Box.
No, you have everybody.
Everybody. I was going to say everybody.
If you want to play we play trivia every night on my TWB channel tonight, 7:00. Join us. The other day, the last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, I asked the question: name the top money generators, fast food restaurants in America, the biggest chains. I think it was 50 of them.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of them were on that
They're all
highway.
there.
It's all junk food.
Except Jack in the Box.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't see a Jack in the Box.
We must have.
Saw two Del Tacos. Really wanted to go in there.
Burger Kings, McDonald's, Arby's, just endless.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, this is America right here.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for America in a way, for the people, because the choices are fast food, fast food, fast food, fast food, fast food. But you're free to choose. And then there's Joe's Barbecue Shack, and there's Hank's
Snake
whatever.
Bite.
There's Snake Bite. There's
Best
the Mexican
hamburger.
food here, joint Mexican Del Tacos everywhere. I mean, this reflects the town, the city, but it also reflects people driving through the city, their tastes. And these restaurants would not be there. These massive, huge food chains would not have locations in a town of 25,000 people. There wouldn't be 20 of these guys unless there was some serious business. And it isn't the town of 25,000 that keeps these guys alive. It's the
highway.
Those of us passing through, the millions of us per month, I suppose.
What was
They're
it?
there for a reason.
There was that Western one. What was it called? Like
We don't know.
the Cowboy Western or
There were a lot of mom and pop.
Bite Me.
A lot of mom and pop
like
restaurants.
the Bite Me.
Some of them from the outside, you going, oh, just so.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yeah.
Then we come back here, and we're driving through Rancho Mirage and Palm
It's so
Desert
sterile.
and
after that.
Palm Springs. This area here, it is a bubble. It is a demographic, high-end demographic bubble. The top 10%. Okay, yeah, there are 50%ers to 100%ers here. There are also the down and outers. Yes. But you drive the streets of Rancho Mirage and you go to the retail district on 111 here, our main highway. We have fast food restaurants everywhere too. But then we also have the middle range restaurants and the high-end restaurants that are national chains. Like we have the Outbacks and we have the Ruth Chris and we have the Morton Steakhouses. We have the high-end demographic one-off restaurants that you
can tell from the cars on the road.
The parking lot alone tells you, oh, you don't want to go in there. You got a lot of money on you, yeah, but otherwise,
Bentleys, Rolls.
Yeah.
What was it we saw the other day? It was an SUV. It was a Bentley SUV.
Yes.
Dumbest thing I've seen in a while.
It's so generic
you
looking.
Have too much money.
It looks like a GMC a Tahoe. It looks like a Jeep Cherokee extended thing. It looks like a Ford Expedition. It looks like a Tahoe. And it's a Bentley. And I'm going, this is so un-Bentley looking. This is so. It's got all the interior features of a Bentley. Oh, it's gorgeous in there.
It's been soccer mommed.
Oh,
that's what's happening.
It is. It's sad. And then there are the Bentleys around here, the
And then there's
convertibles
those
and the
little
4
Bentley convertibles.
Oh, they're everywhere. Oh, yes. And the Rolls Royces and the Jags and the Porsches and the Teslas and
And the Lamborghini.
every brand of high-end vehicle. This bubble, this valley is an absolute bubble of wealth, like going to areas of Arizona, Scottsdale and other places. And of course, the high-end part of town in Dallas, the high-end part of town in Houston, the high-end part of town of Miami. You name it, you know it, you know them. They're everywhere in America. There are these little pockets of very well-to-do folks. It's quite something. Anyway, it was a fun day to get out, and
It was.
we ended up going
It
to
had
an
been
ice cream
windy
shop.
and rainy here. Yes, we went. We went for ice cream.
We ended up with ice cream, and we loved it, and it was wonderful.
Handel's ice cream.
Handel's ice cream, yeah.
The 4-scoop sampler.
Yeah, 4-scoop sampler, perfect for 2. Just you get 2 flavors, I'll get 2 flavors, and then we'll just enjoy. 2 spoons, away you go.
Yeah, 2 little.
Thank you very
scoops.
much.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's all good. So there you have it.
Are you ready for a bagel?
Oh, sure.
Right.
I told everyone that I heard a new nickname for myself,
Oh, did you?
the Bagel Man.
The Bagel Man.
How's that? How's the Bagel Man doing?
Oh,
I
the
love that.
Bagel Man.
The
There you
Bagel
go.
Man. What's he saying today? What's the Bagel Man saying today?
Nice. Most of the time, if you heard that, you would assume that you sell bagels.
Yeah, but I promote bagels.
Not that you're known for your eating of bagels.
I eat them there, bagels. Apparently, bagels are hot in China. Did you know that? It is the thing. Chinese people in China, I guess, have gone crazy for bagels. It's like, wow, these are great. They're nutritious and they're delicious.
Don't they have something similar to? I mean,
I don't know.
bread's in every culture.
They're now making bagels over there.
There you go.
They're obviously watching the Bagel Man. Jay Gill, good morning. Auntie Jen, same from Larry. Richard Carlin, 4 years today, not quite 48 months yet. Rock and roll.
Wow.
Jeff is here. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Jeff.
Morning, Jim.
Savage Wall Street. 4 weeks of red and 1 day of recovery, maybe 2. And the talking heads on TV are telling us we're saved. Nvidia and Tesla are going to save us. Now I know I must write cover calls this week. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Yes. Tom, I hope you didn't double dip the ice cream. Did you? You didn't double dip the ice cream, did you? No, we didn't double dip. No. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm wondering if this is the dead cat bounce for the first hour of the day here. It looks like we are dead cat bouncing. We're up maybe 100, 120 points, not 240. We're down 4 on SoFi. We're down 24 cents on ASTS. Rocket Lab still up 78. GameStop holding a 12-cent gain. AI up just 7. Supermicro down now 95 cents. Nvidia down 103. Tesla is down $8, 876 actually. Palantir up 119, but Supermicro down 13.30. Costco holding a 294 gain. Coinbase down 141. Google down 62 cents. Apple down 26. Broadcom down 173. Microsoft is off 62 cents. So we've gone red on a lot of stocks. Badly red? No, but we're not going up 1,000 points right now. This is what I was wondering earlier this morning when I was mentioning to you guys. If we don't see a 1,000 point bounce, then we're not out of it. We're not out of the sell-off. The uncertainty continues, and I don't see it going away today or tomorrow. Why would it go away? I see uncertainty continue. Dude, it's true. When I was there in February in Shanghai, they had a bagel shop right in the expensive district near our hotel. I mean, this is really a big deal over there all of a sudden. Spare on Rocket Lab, I get the vibes that we go higher. Savage of Wall Street, boom! Stinkers hit on Clean Spark, June $6 cash secured puts at 66 cents. Stock's at 760. 52-week low is 702. I think I'd love to buy the company at 534 between now and June. Love you guys. Thank you, gamblers. Oh, there you go. So you're taking in 66 cents to offer to buy the stock at $6 with the 52-week low at 702. This is a nice conservative little move. It's a wonderful little move for June. For June, this is how you make money, kids. You put up $600. Bring in $66, 11% on your money. It's March the 17th. 3 months he's offering to buy this stuff back. Something tells me the Savage of Wall Street will, in not too long a time frame, be buying these back for 30 cents, 35 cents. That's why he's the Savage of Wall Street. You see, and anyone can do this trade. $600 trade, one contract. 10, $6,000 trade. 50, $30,000 trade. You decide how much to put into this. I put up $3,000, Uncle Bruce. So, 5 cash secured puts. Thank you very much. Nice. Looking for an 11% return on $3,000 in 90 days. That's a fraction of his account, and that's a great way to play this game. You got $50,000 account. Do 10 $5,000 trades at a time on credit spreads. You got a $100,000 account. Do 20 $5,000 trades. Do 10 $10,000 trades. What are you comfortable with? How many positions you'd like to carry at any one time? Not one position will sink your account if it goes badly. There it is. You're risking 5% of your entire portfolio on a trade, 7%, 10%. Diversify it out and say, thank you, sir. May I have many others? I like this game. We're up 180 on the Dow, hanging in there. We're up 2 cents on SoFi at 12.11, down 12 cents on ASTS. A Rocket Lab back up to 1973, up 92 cents. High of the day on Rocket Lab, 1995. Trying to break the $20 level. When's the last time we were over $20 on Rocket Lab? Looks like around February something, February 28th maybe, since then, or were we anywhere near? Oh yeah, we were 2023, March 5th, 2025, 2055, 2065, March 5 was sort of the last time that we were over. That's 12 days ago, and then we dropped all the way down to the 1660 level, something like that. Now we're back to about 20 again. I think Rocket Lab has already put on a recovery, and it's going to do more. I think it'll go higher, personally, on Rocket Lab. Anyway, we'll see. GameStop up a dime. Speculation is going to mount now between now and next week, Wednesday, because they come out with their financials. No, Tuesday. Tuesday they come out with their financials. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning we trade after the year-end numbers are out. So between now and next week, Tuesday, GameStop could be quite entertaining here. Speculation on their release. How much money did you make in the fourth quarter? $4.6 billion in cash. 5% interest is $230 million a year. $55 million a quarter in cash from interest alone. You can factor that in for the fourth quarter. Now, how much money did they make? Last year, they said they made $71 million. But about 20 million was interest. So they made 50 million last year plus the interest. Are they making 50 million plus the interest this year? Is it a $100 million quarter? Is it a $70 million quarter because they're making less money this year from fewer stores? Are they making more money because they shut down a bunch of stores all year and got rid of a bunch of staff and reduced their expenses dramatically and brought the Christmas market in? And they made 70 million plus interest, or they made 50 million plus interest. Did they clear $100 million in the fourth quarter? Did they? What will Wall Street think of it? I already know the answer to Wall Street's reaction to GameStop. They don't give a crap. There's only 2 analysts that follow it, so you're on your own. So now the question is the Reddit crowd and the crowd that follows Ryan Cohen. And what will Ryan Cohen say? Will the company announce that they've sold the Canadian operations? Will they announce we sold France? We sold Canada? We gave it away for $1. We sold it for $100 million. I don't know. What did they? If I knew, I'd tell you, but I don't know. We're going to have to find out. Is it still for sale? I don't know. Okay. Bobby Atkinson, I went with the family to Pembroke on the weekend. That's in Ontario. Son is starting college there this year. Carpenter trade. This guy's going to make a ton of money. He's going to have a lot of fun. He'll never be laid off, ever. Savage of Wall Street, I have probably 250 cash secured put contracts or more moving all over the place all the time. 250 different contracts on the go. It's a beautiful thing, Uncle Bruce. We're not even going to talk about the covered calls. And you know how it started with the kids? You know how this all started? With class number 1. And there you go. Savage is consistent, if anything. He's trying to tell the world out there, take this guy's classes. Start with number 1, go to number 2, go to number 3, and learn how to write options. Become one of the 226 people that are here making money writing options. And the 5,000 that are on here all the time, coming and going all the time, making money writing options. Welcome to the party, pals. We're up 195 on the Dow, little recovery. Does it matter? Yeah, no. Option writers make money regardless of what direction the market goes. So thank you very much. Let's go. 1206 on SoFi, down 3 cents. ASTS down 22 cents. Rocket Lab up 72. GameStop up 7. AI up 13. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here. Let's see how it goes. Giddy up, man. 250 cash secured puts on the go at any one time. Time is his friend. Big time. Time makes him money. Every day that goes by is another day closer to expiry on every contract all of you have collectively. On this channel right now, there could well be 500,000 cash secured puts out there across the board. There could be 1 million cash secured puts through this channel alone. There could well be 1 million covered calls written through this channel. There could be 1 million share contracts in play or more from credit spreads just from this channel. And from Credit Savage himself. There are people here who are sitting on thousands of contracts, long and short, credit spreads, poor man covered calls, cash secured puts, all over the place, everywhere. Condors, yeah. Welcome all to the party, pal. We make money around here just doing this. There are people around here getting rich doing this. This is what they do for a living. Some people ask them, "Hey, what do you do? Do you work? Do you last I heard you were with so and so company. How you doing? Oh, I quit that job. Oh, what do you do now? I do this. What is that? Oh, I fold my arms. Well, how do you make money folding your arms? Oh, you got to watch this old YouTuber. You got to watch this 69-year-old guy that's going to be 70 this year. You watch him, and you'll learn how to make money doing this. No, come on. How do you really stop goofing around? No, I watch the Bagel Man. I watch Uncle Bruce. I watch him eat a bagel every day, Monday to Friday. I follow his friends, and I'm part of the family. I'm part of the family with Uncle Bruce, Stock Markets of the Bruce channel. And I have figured out that the best way I make money, most of the time, where I make most of my money, is I do something like this. And I take my dog for a walk. I go for a bike ride. I go to Costco and do my shopping when everyone else is at work. I go to Starbucks and meet a friend and enjoy a sip of coffee. I do this. I got my phone and I see the stocks fluctuating and I see my contracts and I look at my account and I just do this. And I occasionally take a look at my account's performance. Some of the brokerage firms will give you stats and give you the opportunity to look at bar graphs on your success rate and whatnot. I just take a look at that once in a while. I go, oh yeah, that's because I do this. I just let the contracts die. I just let them die. That's how I make my money. And if I have 10 contracts and they drop 10 cents in value, that's $10 a contract times 10 contracts. That's a $100 swing of wealth to me. $100 of shrinkage into my account. If I have 100 contracts on the go, might be 10 positions with 10 contracts each. I have 100 contracts and they all die by $10 a day, then I am making $1,000 a day doing this. $1,000 a day, 5 days a week. That puts me into the upper 10% of America. That's how simple this is. That's how easy it is to become a top 10%er. But if I can write 500 contracts at a time and watch them drop $10 a day in value or whatever, I'm making $2,500 a day. That's $50,000 a month, and that puts me into the top 5% of
that napkin put up some squawk.
This put up some squawk. We got us a grape jelly. I think you had to grape jelly sesame seed bagel right here. I'll get that on camera. Toasted sesame seed bagel. Right there. Look at that. Look at that.
Toasted it a little longer. Should be a little crunchier.
Should be a little crunchier.
I heard a little crunch. What do you think?
You can't know.
Doesn't like it doughy.
Love it crunchy.
Love it crunchy.
Crispy.
I see you're wearing green today, so
Oh.
you're safe from me. You won't get pinched.
You got green on?
I always have green on.
Where is it?
I have green eyes.
Don't mess with this woman.
Of course I'm Irish.
Of course.
Look at my eyes.
Lisa says, at my recent university reunion, I told a friend I'm a portfolio manager.
Yes.
She asked, do you work at a bank?
You said, no, it's something, it's a very small community.
I'm a
outfit.
professional arm folder. That's what I do for a living.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I love it. I love it.
I'm a portfolio manager.
The Savage of Wall Street says, you know what's funny, Uncle Bruce? People are always under the impression that I don't write credit spreads. I have a few dozen condors going at all times, too. It's just boring stocks like Costco, Disney, Nike.
And
There you
what
go.
want from
Tom
her.
says Bank of Lisa. That's right.
Yes. Don't tell her relatives that.
The Savage of Wall Street. I got a PhD in arm folding from the elite Uncle Bruce School of Option Writing. There you go. Flint Creek, St. Patty's Day toast. The corned beef is in the oven, marinated in Guinness. Oh, yeah. Woohoo.
Get the Jameson.
Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the, welcome graduates of the Uncle Bruce Business School
And you'll
of
be nice and
option
quiet
writing.
tomorrow morning
Hmm?
for all those people that are celebrating St. Patty's Day today.
Oh, no. I'm going to have you make me runny eggs and undercooked pork link sausages. I'm going to eat it on there with all the grease coming down.
Yeah.
Way to go, Lisa. Way to go, Savage of Wall Street. Way to go, all of you who are here. Option writers. You guys are making the money. As simple as that. There are people at work right now around the world wondering if they're going to get laid off this week, next week, end of the month, next month. Will their contracts be renewed? There are people out there panicking about their positions, no matter whether they're in government or not. And you guys are sitting there with your arms folded going, I'm getting richer every dang day this is happening. This is so easy, Uncle Bruce. I like this game. I really do. Blair, I thought we were at the Bagel and Finance School. No cooking lessons coming after all these years. Dude, shrinkage ain't bad, baby. Chad, just to clarify, when we write a call credit spread, it goes buy, sell, strike. Buy, sell, strike. Boy, do you need to take my lessons. I mean, come on. You write a credit spread, you're writing a call and you're buying a call. The call you're writing is worth more money than the call you're buying, so there's a credit to you. That credit is what is yours if those contracts expire worthless. That's the game. It's so simple. Just sit and watch shrinkage, says dude. I mean, this is so simple. Jason, Uncle Bruce, I've been dodging the options conversation with my father-in-law. He's a finance guy affected by the Lehman Brothers fiasco. Oh my God.
That's a hard conversation because they think they know what they're talking about.
You know who made a bunch of money when Lehman went under? When Lehman was trading, you could buy and sell options on Lehman, calls and puts. There were a whole bunch of people, including employees of Lehman. Don't you think they didn't do this? Many didn't, though, but some did. They wrote call options. There were a lot of institutional investors out there who wrote call options on Lehman, having no idea that within a 2-week window, that company would be erased from existence. They had no idea. And it happened on a bunch of other U.S. banks and investment bankers. The shorters, oh, did they clean up big time. Yes, unfortunately, the last to know that the company was in real trouble were the employees themselves, because management was not disclosing the reality of the situation, and they couldn't because it would create a panic. But it eventually got out, and it created a panic. Those who wrote calls were laughing. Those who wrote credit spreads, call credit spreads, oh, did they laugh to the bank or what? Anyone who bought put contracts also made money. Bobby, does Auntie Jen really have green eyes?
My parents are cousins. What more do you need?
That's extremely rare, Auntie Jen.
Yeah.
More
But
than
my parents were cousins.
you were more than kissing cousins, let me tell you.
I was in the shallow end of the gene pool.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. That's extremely rare, Auntie Jen. Green eyes, extremely rare. Well, there you go. Yes, sir, folks. Folding your arms and getting rich. Unbelievable strategy. They don't teach you that in business school. Certainly not high school. You're supposed to go out there and get a job and work hard. Really? 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 Yeah, okay.
Just go to school and learn how to be a carpenter. Be a finisher.
We just had someone talk.
Yes, I heard.
Take someone in.
Be a finisher and really roll in the box.
Carpenters make good money. Plumbers, electricians.
And I've never met a carpenter who doesn't like what they do.
Yeah.
Woodworkers like what they do.
Oh, because you're creating.
Yes. Yeah. The wood is alive.
Good carpenters really appreciate other good carpenters' work. Respect, instantaneous respect. And the most successful carpenters are the ones that work with other trades hand in hand. Carpenters working with electricians who work with plumbers and HVAC people and roofers and installers, and then they build things together and make serious money. Hello? Whether it's renovation work or brand new project.
Or they make furniture. Lovely, expensive furniture.
There's no end to the possibilities as a carpenter. Carpenters, if they ever get laid off at a job, go to their garage and start working with wood. And they make money from their garage. Carpenters never have nothing to do. Honestly. Savage Wall Street, they definitely do not teach that in business school. My wife just finished her last semester, and we asked her if they ever talked about options. I laugh out loud. And guess who paid for her school? Gamblers, baby. Who do you think's paying for this school? Tom, good carpenter, never be out of work. Yeah, Bobby, starting to warm up in Canada. I don't mind being laid off. There you go. Now's the time to get laid off in Canada. It's warming up. Let's go golfing.
He doesn't want to go out there and plant trees.
We're up 179 on the Dow as I'm chomping away on my bagel here. We're up 15 on S&P. We're down 32 on the NASDAQ right now. Oil up 64 cents, 67.82. Okay. And giddy up, everybody. What is going to happen here? How is it going to go? Thank you all for joining in today. We've got the thumbs up meter. Let's get that going right now. Let's find out where are we at on the thumbs up. We were 173. We're now at 182. I need 18 more thumbs ups. Can you help me out, everybody? Anybody out there have a chance to hit the thumbs up button for us? We need 18 more to hit 200. We got 311 people responding to my poll question. Thank you for that. Only 182 thumbs ups. Can you imagine that? 130 people hit the thumbs up button and wouldn't hit. They hit the poll question. They wouldn't hit the thumbs up button. I mean, what does a guy have to do?
You obviously have good questions, and it's big. It's right in the middle of the screen. They can't miss it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Look, if you've answered the poll question, but you didn't give me a thumbs up,
Take your answer back.
you have to send me a $10 super chat.
Yeah.
So you send me a $10 super chat because you didn't give me a thumbs up. That's your fine.
You have to take your answer back.
Those of you who did answer the poll question, and gave me a thumbs up. You got to give me $5 because you just love me. And those of you who are just hitting the thumbs up only, pick up whatever number you want. Let's call it $25. And thank you for the super chats. There you go. So everyone has an opportunity to participate. And Jen and I can go to Costco and pick up some more stuff. There you go.
Yeah.
Jen did get a sale the other day. She took advantage of a massive $6 discount
Yes, I did.
per item for this particular item.
Well, and you know it was on sale because of today.
There was an item on sale the other day for $6 a bottle less, and you had to buy 2 bottles to get the deal, which gave you a $12 discount on this liquid that Auntie Jen sort of likes and has a propensity to share with others, no matter where she is, home or not. And a couple of viewers personally found that out at Carmine's last year, and also in Jersey the year before that at our meet and greet. I'm referring to, of course, Jameson's. It was on sale.
The big one.
The big bottle.
So I had to come home and make sure it was good. You know, it wasn't skunky.
See, Flint Creek says, the best carpenters are rebuilding my home. It's happening.
Yay.
Thanks a million, Dad. Stephen Butler, thanks for the reminder. I almost missed hitting the like button. Flint Creek, Jameson. Flint Creek, me. Bobby, this is how rare Google says it is. 2% of the world population has green eyes. There you go. Flint Creek stumbled.
But I don't have the red hair to go with them.
See, doesn't have the right here. Stumbled around New York City drunken after that craziness, says Flint Creek. Yeah, I dragged Auntie Jen back to our hotel, too.
I did fine walking. Thank you very much.
No pain. She was in no pain whatsoever.
No, like smiling at everybody.
There were a few others from the Carmine's meet and greet who were not they were not in any discomfort of any kind when they left us from Carmine's. We're having a wonderful time. Yes. Yes, indeed. Jameson's on sale at Costco last week. Saved $12 on 2 bottles. Oh my God. Bobby, union trades is where the money is. Trades are the future still. Lots of retiring still. Flint, Auntie Jen drinking us under that table. Oh my God, she drunk us, put us under the table.
I was barely keeping up.
She said she was barely keeping up. My goodness. Yeah, there are certain trades in the world that you're not going to get laid off from. And you're going to stay ahead of the lower middle class. Definitely. And working with your hands and working with wood, electricity, plumbing, HVAC, mechanics, car restoring firms. If you're any good at what you do, you'll do very, very nicely indeed. But if you know how to write options and you understand how to fold your arms to wealth, you're going to do rather well just folding your arms. You are going to hire plumbers and carpenters and electricians and watch them work. It's quite inspiring. Savage Wall Street, boom! Just sold 10 Unity August $25 cover calls triggered at 255. Thank you. May I have another? Boom! Unity trade. Oh my! I now know I have a new button to create it when I get home. 2091 is where Unity is trading at. This guy's writing $25 covered calls. He's hauling in $255 in cash per share on a $20.93 stock. He's offering his stock for $25 a share until this August. Come and get him. Give me $2,550 right now, and you can buy my stock from me at $25 a share, even though it's trading under 21 right now. You're welcome. What a wonderful human being Savage is to the world. Now he's folding his arms going, okay.
Easy,
Let's see how this plays out. This should be fun. What a guy. What a guy. I am a kind man, Savage Teresa. I am Savage Teresa. This Wednesday, we find out what the interest rates are going to be from the Fed. I don't see any changes happening this Wednesday. I don't think they're going to go up or down. We'll find out. We're about to find out. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the Party Pals. Thank you for joining us. How many thumbs ups now? Has anyone reacted to my pleas? Anybody reacting to my begging? 197. Oh, you guys are reacting. Thank you. 3 to go. Thank you. 3 more thumbs ups. And we got 200 today. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, baby. Are any of you noticing in your private emails and when you're, scouring the internet that you're getting ads from airlines? Deal after deal after deal after deal. Are you guys getting ads for like hotels, resorts, cruise lines? I am. Am I ever? I mean, my God. Because I think what we have here, it's a reflection of the slowdown that's happening right now. I get the impression that the airlines are noticing there's a 1%, 3%, 7%, fewer bookings. Going the further out you go, they're not there. Kind of curious. Are you getting that over there from your wherever you are? Because I'm getting it. Beach Boy, nope, Savage, you're not. You're boom, Savage Teresa. That's what you're called. Lisa, fewer people are traveling. Interesting. I kind of wonder also how big the slowdown is going to be going forward this next 6 months, 8 months. Quite curious. Jen and I have made no bookings of any kind for a future trip right now. Not that we don't want to travel. We haven't been able to decide for sure what's our next move going to be. And I'm kind of going, what's the rush? The prices are dropping. I want to wait and see for the right price, the right deal. Yep. I've started to look into something else that caught my eye this weekend. And that is becoming a house sitter, like a house/pet sitter, where you go into people's private homes, look after their houses, and it's no rent. You're offering property oversight and looking after some pets, some dogs and cats. I was talking to Jen about that, going, we could go to the northern part of Scotland and maybe do a 1 week at this place and 1 week here, 1 week, a little village here, a town here, city there, where we would never stay if we were hotelers or hoteliers. Likely we would go to Edinburgh or Glasgow or some other town and get a hotel for 3 or 4 days here, 3 or 4 days there, pack up, unpack, move, unpack, pack up, move. Why don't we consider, like a 1 to 10 day stay here, a 1 to 10 day stay there? Just look at, there are services out there for this kind of stuff. It's fascinating, worldwide. Amazing. I don't know if any of you ever used it. Have any of you ever done house sitting or pet sitting? It's a fascinating way to travel for a lot less money, and get much more out of it because you're in a community rather than in just a sterile hotel and, restaurant food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm curious. A Savage took the credit out of his name because he took it all. He took all the credit out. Thank you, option buyers of Flint Creek. My kiddo is a pet house sitter. It's great because he can write and trade while other people feed and pay him. Huh? B. Tizzle, my girlfriend just started the pet sitting gig just locally at the moment, but we'll likely add it to our travel plans, like you're saying, Uncle Bruce. DH, you might work permits. You might work permits in a foreign country, Uncle B. And then Flint, travel sitting sounds amazing. Yeah, there's a number of videos on YouTube about this. Where travelers who are doing it, they're doing videos. And then there are others who do videos about the thing, about the house sitting business. And then there are reviews out there about various house sitting apps that are available that you can use to find eligible homes to house sit. Fascinating. And of course, there's the pluses and minuses of it and the limitations of it and this sort of thing. But for some folks, it works very well. Anyway, I found it fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Anyway, there it is. Splair, I can imagine that it's working pretty well, but all the pets have different personalities. Keep this in mind. In summer, for sure, I will go to my rodents along the train track in slow location. But now the weather is not comfortable enough. My Degas needs constantly 18 degrees or higher. Beach Boy, Auntie Jen, and Uncle Bruce haven't reserved their cruise yet. So that's why the whole cruising industry is tanking. I knew it. That's what's going on until they announce their cruise, their channel cruise. This business is under pressure. Savage Wall Street. Boom! Stinkers triggered. Sold 3 AI June 22.5 covered calls for $3. I am just too kind. The stock's at $21.94. He's offering $22.50 covered calls that expire in June for $3.
The Mother Teresa of option writing.
The mother boom Teresa of option. I hope they do not take my kindness for weakness. There you go. Well done, sir. Another little bit of cash. Yes, another $900 just fell into his lap that he's sitting on other people's money. Splair, Saturday was -2 Celsius at night, and then it's suddenly 20 degrees again in the daytime. That's 70 degrees. Don't understand the weather, except this summer we'll hit Germany. We're going to hit 40 degrees this summer. Yeah. Then I want to sit in Slovakia. That's where I want to be. Get me into the mountains. We're up 238 points now on the Dow. So the bagel has done its thing. I've eaten the bagel. We've now gone up 238. We're up 23 on S&P. We're still down 1 point on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is essentially at a flat level right now. Oil is up 38 cents, but down from its high of the day. It's at 67.57 on oil. That is the story right there. Welcome, everyone, to the program. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for these thumbs ups. Thank you for answering my question of the day. Let's take another peek at our stats on that. Let's refresh the page. Did we break 200 thumbs ups now? Oh, baby, we sure did. 203 thumbs ups are now in the collection bin. Thank you all so very much. 322 answers to the question of the day. Do you think the U.S. markets have hit their lows so far? 28% say yes, they have. 72% saying no, Bruce. I don't think so. This 236-point gain is nice and all. You know, George McFly, he's cute and all, but it's nice and all, but it's just not, not cute enough. Now, Marty McFly, he's hot. I'm going to find out where he lives. There you go. 203 on the thumbs up, 322 responses. Thank you all very, very much. We're going to see what happens here. This should be fun stuff. Giddy up, kids. I want you to get richer, and then I want you to get a little richer, and then I want you to get a lot richer after that. A thing that I'm finding out also that is occurring to me week after week, month after month, being the host of this channel's family of regulars, is it's a little thing that's now becoming obvious to both Jen and I, and for a while, it's just now really catching on around here. Not only have some of you figured out how to make money writing options, some of you have completely transformed your accounts in the last 6 months. There were quite a number of you that were sitting on anywhere from a couple of thousand shares of SoFi up to 15, 20,000 shares of SoFi and beyond. But a lot of you were in this 2, 3, 4,000 to 12, 15,000 share neighborhood of SoFi. And your averages were 6, 650, 7, 750, 8, anywhere in that region, all the way up until last summer. You were all just slowly acquiring SoFi, a little more, a little more, a little more, bringing your average down or maintaining your number, just growing your share position. And you're waiting for me to tell you when it's time to write options. And then guess what? We got the move last fall, October, November, December, and up we went through the 10, through the 11, through the 12 level. And I started to mention, because people are asking, what should I do? What should I do? I'm up $5 a share on all my stock. Some of you are sitting there with $5 gains on 10,000 shares, and you're going, I'm up 50 grand. Wow, like this is, hey, Uncle Bruce. And then you're up $7 on 5,000 shares, 8,000 shares, 10,000 shares. You're up $7 a share, 70 grand. I'm up $70,000 in value on my stock. Uncle Bruce, thank you. Now what? Thank you. Now what? And I came out to say, it just might be time to sell this stock and write cash secured puts. And you started doing it at, you did it at $9, $10, $11, $12 a share. You wrote 10s, you wrote 12s, you wrote 15s. You kept rolling over your put contracts. And I know for a fact, there are many of you, and you're not all here. There's 176 here right now, 170 of you are here. I'm now talking to like 2,000 to 5,000 viewers, okay? Between 2,000 and 5,000 viewers at least have sold their shares of SoFi from 300 shares to 30,000 shares, whatever the number, and more. And you've turned it all into cash. And you've turned around and written nothing but cash secured puts against all of it. And a 10,000 share holder of SoFi, theoretically, with a $7 average, got out at $15 and made 80 grand profit on the sale of the stock, turned around now and wrote $17 or $20 cash secured puts and took in $7 a share or whatever it was. You were taking in 35, 40% more money than the money you're sitting on. And there are people here who turned their stock into 150 grand in cash and then added 60,000 cash onto that, and you're sitting on 210,000 bucks. And every level in between, from 40 grand to millions. And you're hauling in daily interest now on a wad of money. And again, it depends on the firm, the country, the kind of account you have, I know. But some of you are hauling in some serious interest income on a lot of other people's money. Profits you've made, premiums you've collected. And you're doing some trading on top of that. Of course, you're using the marginability of your account, or you're using the cash credit and doing credit spreads. You're doing other positions. And a high number of you, a very high number of you, it could be 4,000 of you, 6,000 of you, 3,000 of you. It's all over the map. I kind of figure the maximum of 10% of my subscribers, because a subscriber number of 80-something thousand people is irrelevant. It's how many active viewers are there really to this channel. And I'm figuring 10 to 15% is typical of any YouTube channel. And so maybe 3,000, 4,000 of the 8,000 to 12,000 of you that are here all the time or regularly, you're hauling in money now from this market like you've never seen before, and that you never envisioned 5 years ago, 4 years ago. When you first started following me, you never thought this would happen. You never thought it was possible that you could sit there with your arms folded and go, gee, look at that Rocket Lab at $19.66. Oh, I could write some $20 cash secured puts on that stuff. I got 10 grand lying around. I could write 5 $20 cash secured puts on Rocket Lab that expire Jan 26, and I can haul in a piss pot of money for this. I think I'm going to do that. Others of you are going, Uncle Bruce, I can write call credit spreads on NVIDIA, I can do put credit spreads on GameStop, I can do call credit spreads on AI, I can do them on Apple, I can do them on Tesla, and I can bring in $1,000, $1,500 for like this Friday or next Friday expiry or next month expiry that I'm going to close out in the next week or so. I'm going to make myself $500 to $1,500 profit on these little trades. And I never thought I would be in a position to say, yeah, I think I'm going to take $1,500 on this trade. Because the mere thought 5 years ago that you could bring in $1,500 on a trade where you are 99% certain I'm going to get that money. I'm going to make that money on that trade. You never knew that. You never saw that. You never had that. Now you do. And you do go into your Costco store. You go to your Safeway, your Albertson, your Publix, whatever grocery store you shop at around the world, your favorite place, your whatever, your Aldi's, wherever you go shopping, and you walk around and you see people with shopping carts, and some folks, you can tell they're really having a time to find what they need at a price they can afford to pay. And inside, I can fill this cart up with whatever I want. I have the money. And I will have more money next week and the week after and the week after to come back here anytime I want and buy too much, more than I can possibly use. And it might occur to you from time to time, that's when you realize I am making money writing options, because my world has been completely transformed from what it was to what it is. And you can thank yourself and congratulate yourself. Go in front of the mirror and go, you're the one. You're the one that stood up and said, okay, enough's enough. I am really going to take a look at this deal to see if there's something here for me or not. I got to find out if this Uncle Bruce family is full of crap or they're real. I'm going to find out, do I take some of his lessons, learn the terminology he's talking about on this show every day to see if this is really happening or not. And I'm going to just do a couple of contracts at a time, because I only have 500 GameStop, or I got 1,000 shares of SoFi at $6, and they're trading at $5.85, and I'm not sure. And you stuck it out and you learned.
And then you too can be a boomer.
You can go boom yourself. Yes. Many of you have long ago figured this out and gone, Uncle Bruce, man, has the household that we're in completely changed economically? You cannot believe it. You cannot believe it. Some of you, I bet you, have maybe stumbled across a photo that someone took of you sitting in the living room, or mom and dad came over and you took a picture of them, or the family was over and someone took some photos a couple of years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, of the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, the whatever. And now you're looking at the dining room, kitchen, and living room that you're in now, and you're going, oh my God. In the last 2 years, we put in a brand new 65-inch, 70-inch television. We've replaced the old love seat and whatever with a power recliner, power sectional recliners. We've got, this is new, that. In the last 2 years, we've been on holidays here. We've gone out to eat at various restaurants in the last 6 months that we would go out maybe once every couple of years to, and now it's like every month we go out. Every 2 weeks we go out for a nice meal.
Kids started piano lessons.
The kids are doing this in soccer, piano, dance lessons, ballet lessons, swimming class, whatever. The household has completely been altered economically, versus friends of mine, relatives of mine, people I know who are cutting back. They can't replace their furniture. They can't replace their wonky television. They got a broken TV in the bedroom. They got a broken television in the rec room. They moved the one television from one room to another room because they can watch TV there. You've seen the other side. And it's not like they're in the street, but they're not doing the little things that's happening to you. more I talk to you, the more we chat, the more one-on-ones I have. I'm beginning to see some fantastic positive changes in your lifestyles, and I'm just going, great. This is great. I know it. I know that there are 166 people watching me here. There are 8,000 more that are making money in this business because of this channel, classes, and the family that you're all part of. I love it. I'm so excited for you guys. And relieved. I am relieved that 4 years ago in 2021, I started this journey with you folks. Here we are in 2025. You are so far down the highway, and you're nowhere near going back to those days of uncertainty and craziness. And now in today's world of uncertainty and craziness, you're set. And so many of you are going, yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy over there. But Uncle Bruce, I figured out the strategy. The family and I, the whole stock market with Bruce family and I, we're fine. We're quite equipped to now handle the nuts, the craziness, the stupidity, the clown show. Thank you very much, and I thank you very much. This is so great. Welcome all, and thank you everyone for popping through. I love it. Savage Wall Street, babe, 2 January, GameStop, $25 cover calls, trigger at 350. I mean, I'm just giving away the store at this point. Taking this silly money off these people. Bobby got my son into stocks a few years ago, wrote a few times, but he's too young to fully get involved. Trades for income, option stocks for retirement. Bobby, he is very happy with his $25,000 account, although he has option level 4 for cash secured puts. I only got him to sell Rocket Lab and write a $25 cash secured put when it was trading at 18. He doesn't want to drop his 1,000 shares of SoFi. Splair, one of my rodents is studying the charts. I bet he could connect and sell the button with a nut she'd receive. I'd get stupidly rich. Rocket Lab heading for 20. There we go. I bought a $26 call for September. Hopefully it's a good idea. Brian, I will buy his 1,000 SoFi anytime he wants to sell it. There you go. Welcome, everybody. Congratulations. Get richer, kids. Take the money from these gamblers. They're going to keep handing it to you. The worse the market gets, the more desperate they're going to get, the more ridiculous the premiums are coming into your pockets. 23.14 up 9 on GameStop. Rocket Lab is at 19.47 up 66. SoFi down just 6 cents. We're up 146 on the Dow Jones. Have a great rest of your day. Join us tonight, Jen and I, if you like. Mainly me. 7 o'clock Eastern time tonight on Traveling with Bruce. We'll be doing trivia tonight on TWB. So if you want to play some fun trivia, just hang out with the gang from TWB. Come on over, say hi to us, and pop by. Okay, everybody. In the meantime, keep going. Keep getting richer, everybody. Keep on writing. I will be back here tomorrow morning, of course, first thing. And we'll see how much richer we can get you there. In the meantime, we'll follow this market and see where everything goes. And Jen and I thank you so very much for you following this family of traders. Welcome to the option writing family, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Jen and I are going to say our goodbyes to you here in just a moment. Have a relaxed day, says Splair. And Jeff says, neat, neat, neat. Don't forget the Knights of Knee. They are the secret power behind this market. Honor them every chance you get. Okay, everybody. We're going to say our goodbyes in 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.